Hello everyone, and welcome to my review of the movie Get Hard, starring Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart. And basically, in this movie, Will Ferrell plays this person who's eventually trying to go to jail for certain reasons, and yet he's also trying to abide the law. So he's trying to avoid it all around the area, and eventually he ends up in the back part or in the car of Kevin Hart's character. And over time in the movie, they grow upon and Kevin Hart tries to prep him and get him prepared for jail. And what I can tell you from this story, you may be thinking, that sounds really stupid. And for the most part, you're right. You're right. This movie is pretty dumb, I admit. But there's two reasons why I saw this film. Number one, Will Ferrell. Number two, it's a comedy. Why? I love comedies and I love Will Ferrell. And also, Kevin Hart is also, I really like Kevin Hart. Granted, I don't see a lot of his movies, but I've seen him in the interviews and talk shows, and he is unbelievably hilarious. I'm not joking. He's hysterical. He's so funny. I think he's such a really fun, likable, innocent type of person he portrays. And in this movie, probably the strongest thing in this movie is their chemistry. These two have just great chemistry, and some of the lines they say to another make me crack up and make me laugh hard. If anything, above things in this film, those moments when they're talking to each other, well, it's actually, to be honest, the ghetto, where I think maybe that's where they were talking in those areas. Those moments made me laugh really hard. They were, oh, Jesus. And yeah, there's some moments in the film where I was just laughing really, really hard. I thought it was some really good comedic moments, and I do think the beginning, first 10 minutes, seemed pretty promising. It was okay, we're gonna keep this idea for the film, and then I wouldn't say loses it, but it strays from what it's supposed to be. It's it can't really stay on focus on what it needed to be, but it goes by. And undoubtedly, these two, Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart, are fantastic. They have a lot of great chemistry together, and they have some wonderful jokes within each other. And some also good things I liked was the environments, even though you can kind of tell where some of these jokes are going to be mainly a bit of some racist jokes at times, but I don't know, I don't laugh at those for the most part. There's some moments where it does make me laugh. But also, oh my god, I can't believe I just remember this. T.I., the musician T.I., who I sometimes listen to, he is so undoubtedly hilarious in this film. He is so good. I don't think he's been in any films at all, but he has this really slimy type of wise guy, type of this Joe Pesci type of guy from Goodfellas. He is just super funny, and he was really good too in the movie. And I'm gonna say, out of 10 jokes of total, I would say about 7 out of 10 jokes. About 7 of those jokes don't work, and about 3 or 4, 6 to 7 jokes of those jokes don't work. About 3 to 4, it's kind of like that ratio. 100% of the time, 65% of the jokes do not hit, 35% do hit. There's that certain type of ratio that the film did have overall. And I do feel like at times when they was trying to convey that story, it seemed interesting. And I honestly will say that the story, in my view, actually kept me interested. And to be honest, I wasn't bored with the film. There were some moments where I actually did care his relationship, how Will Ferrell would eventually go to jail, how Kevin Hart and Will Ferrell would stay in this kind of relationship, and how Kevin Hart and his family with his wife would kind of deal with this type of stuff. And I think it's really interesting. How they're kind of abiding the law. I think it's quite an interesting route to take. But overall, you may think as of right now, you may think I like this movie, right? No. I don't hate this movie, but Will Ferrell, ever since probably the other guys hasn't been getting some of the best films. Like, The Campaign was okay, and Anchorman 2 was fairly good. I admit. For me at least, that's what comes to mind. So people will say, hey, you forgot this movie between 2013 and 14 with Will Ferrell. I do apologize for that. I do apologize. But it's like, ever since the other guys, he hasn't been getting those A-list movies. Like, in my opinion, the last best movie he's been in was probably either Anchorman 2 or Step Brothers, which came out in 2008 or 7. Holy shit, it's been long. But in the end, I do. And however, there's some definitely big problems. Number one, film is filled to the brim with cliches. There's a lot of cliches, and you can see a lot of character motivations and actions and results. Like, as soon as the film starts, you're just like, okay, I know where this is going, and this is going, and this is going. I know, and that is true. That is fully true. And some of the other problems I have is that the ending is fine. I do like the end. The ending is like, okay, that's acceptable for what it's trying to be. And there is some definitely moments where the comedy either doesn't, like I said before, there is some definitely big moments where either A, they don't take those really good jokes or gift wrap for them, or they take those, or they don't take. Or, like, it seems like at times they really do miss the ball with trying to make these same type of jokes, like these really racial type of jokes, which I get and I understand. You kind of at times have to hit those type of jokes in comedies. Like, I know Mel Brooks, a bunch of these other comedians in history did that. But, I don't know. I'm not the one to tell people to make these type of jokes or not. I don't even condone it. But, there's some moments where it's like in this film, I'm not saying it gets offensive, but there's some moments where I'm just like, what else? So, oh my god, mine's just all over the place. But also there is definitely some comedic moments where you're just like left there like, that wasn't funny at all. Like, it wasn't offensive, but it's just like, that's just stupid or desperate. And there's definitely some comedic moments where it seems like they don't take that route. And it feels like at times they really do kind of this really cliched moments. But in the end, I honestly gotta say, while I wasn't surprised with this movie, I did walk out of it being like, well, okay, that was fine. Was it worth my time? Somewhat. Like, I'm glad I saw it, but would I watch it again? Probably not. So in the end, I will probably give Get Hard, in my view, like I said before, I wasn't really anticipating this movie that much. Like, but I wasn't expecting this movie to be all that great. But I did have some kind of hope because, it's Will Ferrell. I love Will Ferrell. I love Kevin Hart. They're good in the movie. But in the end, it doesn't really work out that well. And I do think there's some moments where the film does not take those risks or those comedic moments overall. But in the end, I quite liked Get Hard. Even though that's a really stupid name for the movie. A really stupid fucking name. Overall, I gotta say, Get Hard, it's not disappointing, but it's like, it could have been better, and with some smarter writers, like if you got Adam McKay or someone else, the same people who wrote Anchorman or Step Brothers, they could have came to this room and be like, oh, I could help this. Or Edgar Wright, wouldn't that be a fucking dream? Edgar Wright, I would love to see Will Ferrell and Edgar Wright together. But in the end, I'm starting, here's my final rating for this movie. It's going to be a 55%. There's some really good, but there's some really bad. And I don't think, while it is kind of clashing at times, I do think there's some of those good moments, especially between Kevin Hart and Will Ferrell, do really shine for me. And that is why the good just barely wins over the bad. Me giving this film a 55%. Will I watch this film again? No. But it seems like it's kind of like Man of Steel, in my opinion. It's like I'm glad I saw it, but would I watch it again? No. In the end, everyone, I hope you enjoyed my review of the movie Get Hard. I really hope you enjoyed this. If you have seen the movie, I would love to hear what your thoughts would be. Comment them down below if you want. And as always, everyone, thank you for watching. Feel free to thumbs up, favorite, subscribe, all this stuff on your own free will. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the future with more reviews. Till the future, everyone. I'm out.